welcome back. I'm so happy you took a little moment of your day to see what we are up to. For everyone who is new here and just found us, welcome. My name is Yanni and I'm doing this DIY channel together with Dyanne. And for today, I take you along through my house for my fall home tour for 2022. Of course, I am really thrilled to show you what I did for this fall season. So I hope you come along with me and I walk you through my home. Let's start this fall home tour on my dinner table. You see already, I always decorate a little bit in the neutral tones this year with a little bit of the rustic orange color. And I show it to you right now a little bit closer. Most of my decor I always have on a tray because I find it very easy when we go to dinner. I can easily take the tray away and we can use it for dinner. So I have my plant from IKEA, my ivy plant from IKEA, and my wooden bowl. And of course, I place it on a piece of wood. I have my little wooden house and my candle. On a candle holder, I have my little clock. He was on sale in a garden center over here. Two little birds. He was only 70 cents each. And my antler in the black color. He has already many colors, so this time he's in the black color. These are my the two bigger pumpkins and the three little ones. The bigger one, the little bit the lighter orange, I got on sale by TK Maxx, if I am correct. I hope I pronounced it right. You know it as TJ Maxx, but in the Netherlands and in Germany it's called a little bit different. And of course, I have a little bit of the red, dark red color, but he is not totally even red. He has some little lighter spots and the three little pumpkins. So I am really happy how my dining room is looking like. And of course, like I said, we don't have an especially dining room in our homes here in the Netherlands. So we have to do it with this size. You see my small shelf in between my kitchen and my hallway. There's a little small wall and on it I have also a gray, darker gray shelf. And I always decorate also for the seasons. I have always there my little barn door I made and a little wreath on top of it. And my wooden house, my greenery wreath, and of course it has a little bit of the fall colors inside of it. I have two wooden stars over here. I always have them in the black color and distressed in already a long time ago. And some fall picks and of course in the darker orange color. And I am really loving this little shelf. On that shelf I have a very big clock. I hope the light is not blinding you of my clock. It is a very, very big one. So I always have him in between above my little shelf. And of course, under the shelf is my black ladder. And I have it with some wooden garland and some ivy in two colors, in the green color and in the a little bit of the fall color. So I like this wall. In my next home, I hope I will have my walls, of course, most of the walls in the same color like I have here. So I am really looking forward to my new house. And here you see already one side of my kitchen, and I did, of course, little touches of fall also here. You see my kitchen counter is not the biggest. I have a little small space of the on the other side, but of course it is not so much like some people have, but I always love to decorate it. Let's start here for this little corner. Here in this little corner I have two wooden little dresses. Of course, at least I call them dresses with some drawers inside of it there. I always decorate them with a couple of straws, a couple of pumpkins and some greenery. And of course, in the other drawer I have a plant from IKEA. He was only $2.99. Was very cheap and I have them on a lot of places. I have my two glass containers and I did them with some red apples and some another piece of fruit. I don't know how you call this fruit in English. And I have some little glass jars with some here in the Netherlands we call it jam. At least you put it on your on your bread. So I think the two containers from IKEA are very nice because they were also very cheap. So most of you have an IKEA in your neighborhood, so go ahead and go check it out. And here you see on this side, you see I have a little display with some bakery stuff. I have my big vase over here. I have two of them and they already been in a lot of colors. So he's probably a little bit thicker than the normal vases because he has already so much paint. And this time I painted him in the black color. I have some wooden cutting boards in different sizes. I have a little cake stand with my cakes inside. These cakes, a lot of people buy them on Amazon, but I buy them always on AliExpress and they are so cheap on AliExpress. So if you want to have them, go check out AliExpress because there are also lots of faux bakery stuff. Here you see some little cakes, and the cakes are from Kurt Adler. That's a brand for Christmas decor. So I always buy a couple of them every season. Here you see my little guards, at least we call them, to stir up your sauce or something else, but they are of course in the smaller one. I have my candle, I have my wooden, yeah, I don't know how you call it. At least he looks like an egg. At least. And I also have two of them. My old coffee machine of coffee, yeah, in the Netherlands, like we say, it is a coffee molen. So you learn also a little bit of Dutch. So, and three pumpkins, a little bit in the darker orange. This one I call it a little bit more darker because I like a little bit more of the darker orange. A little globe, of course, over here. And I am really happy how this little corner is turned out. Then we move over this side. I have two wooden spoons. They are already very old. And I place them, of course, with some sticky gum on the back side of my counter. And I got a drifted cutting board. And of course, also a little kitchen um, kitchen. I don't know how you call this one in English. I mean this one. Maybe let me know in the comments down below. So, and you see here my little bit of a coffee corner and my soap I have from Bath and Body Works. So I'm really happy about that. I love their soaps. So now we're going over to the other side. You see the other side of my kitchen, and I have here my kitchen counter only with some bar stools. The idea of me was 25 years ago to eat my breakfast over here, but I never did. So I always use it to decorate my kitchen. So of course I showed you a little bit closer to tell you what's on my kitchen counter. Here you see my glass closure, and inside of it, it's a cake made by a lady on a market, and I bought one of them, and Dyanne also bought one of them, and I had something with some berries and some strawberries. And if you are imagine, she made it with lots of clay. So I am really happy how this is looking like. And of course, I find it such a lady is so talented. So I am really happy with this one. Of course, I did a little closure from glass, also with some fruit inside of here. And of course, I have the same fruit on the other side of my kitchen because I always love the colors to come back. Here you see my scale I drifted already a while ago. I painted him in the black color because he was a silver color, and I painted him black. And here you see my little metal house. He is already also in a lots of colors, and this time I paint him in the darker orange. And I did some wreath of my scale and some twig ball on top of here, and I think it looks very fall. So and here you see little pieces for the bakery, a rolling pin, and something you use with your honey. So I am really happy with the little sizes. And this is my kitchen counter on this side. And of course, you see the bar stools, and they are from IKEA, and I bought them already years ago. So they are already a long time over here. I don't know if I will get them also in my new house. We will see how that will turn out. But this is the other side of my kitchen. Now we go beyond my kitchen and beyond my dinner table. We are going over to my big dresser. And I show you now what I got on top of my dresser. You see the top of my dresser, which is on the left and on the right side. I have some pillows in the black and in the white and little creamy color plaid, and I have two in front of them, two ferns from IKEA. Of course, I have two little closures with watches inside of it from my parents and from my husband's parents. I did some two candle holders. I placed two golden balls on top of there, and I have two candles, and I have in the middle the clock I got from my son already also a while ago. So I am really happy how the top of my dresser is looking like. Of course, not too much fall, but I am really loving the neutral tones. Here you see behind the dresser, I have a little corner where I have my TV. And of course, it's a little bit of a big TV because we are really people who love seeing movies. So we have a little bit more a big TV, but of course, I always love to decorate my area under my TV. And I show it to you a little bit closer. And here you see a little bit closer, I have my three pillows on top of my twig baskets. And these baskets are normally laundry baskets, but I thought they can also be used in my decor. So I have two of them next to each other. On top of there, I have my three pillows in the creamy black and the darker orange. Around the basket, I did some Christmas lights, and under it, I have a piece of old wood. Of course, this was from an old sign, and I had some black vase on top of it with some greenery, some berries, and some fall leaves inside of here. I have my pumpkin, and I bought this one with TK Maxx here in Germany. And of course, we travel a lot to Germany to look for shops which are a little bit different than we have here in the Netherlands. We have our twig wreath on top on the back side, and the second vase you already saw in my kitchen. I have them in the black color with some metal little house inside of here. On front we have an IKEA little plant from $2.99 again, and my little clock. I have two of them and the two little birds, and I am really happy how this little display turned out. Of course, it's not totally fall, but I am loving the neutral tones. And here you see an overview of my sitting area, and you see already on the left my fall tree. On the right I have of course a little bit of a fireplace, at least I call it my fireplace, and on the table. And of course in a moment I show this area a little bit closer. And you see in the middle on my table I have the same tray I have of course on my dinner table. I have an ivy plant on the back side. I have a little spool with some wool on top of it, and I made a little block. I did some hole inside of it, and I placed my spool inside of there. I have a little clock from IKEA. I painted him in the black color. I have my pipe from my father because he passed away, and I'm really happy with the lots of memories I have in my decor through my home. A couple of my pumpkins, and you see here again my fern from IKEA, a candle from Yankee Candle, and of course some pumpkins again from TK Maxx. And I am really happy how my little tray on my table turned out. Of course, I didn't decorate it too much, but I am really happy with the colors. When we go for my little table, on top on the left, and you see here I have my fall tree over here. I have every year I have a fall tree already for so many years. I always use my Christmas tree all year round. Some people call me crazy, but I am loving the feeling. Of course, this is a little bit of a slimmer Christmas tree, so it is not too big in my living room. In a moment I showed you a little bit closer, but I am really happy with the cozy feeling it always gives me in my home. On top of my fall tree I always have some greenery, some fall leaves, some berries, and I always throw so many things inside of my fall tree. Most of the time a couple of the big Christmas balls in the green color. I have some black ones inside of here. I have some a little bit of the browner color branches, some darker orange branches, and of course I have some twig, yeah, these twig shaped yeah, stars. I think they are, yeah, I think they are little stars. I have some music instruments inside of here, and of course some pumpkins. These are the fabric pumpkins, and I am really happy how my Christmas tree, at least my fall tree, is turned out. The only thing I still didn't do is some pumpkins under my fall tree, but I still need to do that. But I am really happy with the nice look how it turned out. And again, of course, I'm loving a little bit of the neutral colors. I can't help myself. And from my fall tree, we are going to this corner, and this corner I have my fireplace. At least I call my fireplace. I wish I had a beautiful mantle like Dyanne already has. If you see her new home tour from her new house, you will see how beautiful she decorated her mantle for the fall season. It is so beautiful to see. I hope in the future I will have also a mantle. This is a dream I have already for years. So we will see what the future will bring. For now, I have above my fireplace, I have my reindeer already for years and years. I am really happy with it. Under it, I have a couple of my branches with some fall picks. And of course, the fire is already burning. And I have some lamps, of course, on each side of my fireplace, and a couple of the horses. I bought them for the Christmas season, and I have them all year round in my home. And you see here a little place I also decorated. I showed you now a little bit closer. So I'm so sorry about the lighting. He's very bright right now because everything is in front of my window. You see the a little reindeer a little bit better. He is also in the neutral tones. On top of there I have two wooden trees. Of course, they are stuck to the wall. Of this greenery is also stuck to the fireplace, so it can fall down. You see here the lamps I was talking about, and you see the horses I have over here. Now we have a little crate over here, and I did a couple of the ferns from IKEA inside of here. Like I said, they were only $2.99. A little rocking horse and some pumpkin, some candle over here, and a little of the Buxus ball on top of a candle holder. This is so easy to make. And of course, down here we have some yeah, stands. I don't know really how they are called. I mean, this one. Let me know also in the comment how they are called in English. I have a new pumpkin, of course, also bought with TK Maxx. I thought he was so really for fall. And my metal house again, I have them at different sizes, a Buxus bulb, and I am really happy how this little display turned out. And on the left, you see already my big globe already, of course. I bought him a couple of months ago. And my big ball, also from twig, with a little piece of wreath on top of it. So I am really happy how this little corner turned out. And here you see again a view of my sitting area, and I am really happy how it turned out. We are going now to the next corner. Now we go beyond my sitting area to my wall, a small wall beside my pantry, because here in the Netherlands the pantries are a little bit further away from your kitchen. So I have him also in my dining room. You can say dining room, dining space. At least he is not beside my kitchen. That's a little bit easier to say. So beside it, I have a small wall, and I did some wooden crates on top of here. In a moment, I show this also a little bit closer. You see a better view of my wooden boxes I have on my wall. I have them already for years and years, because this is a very small wall. Because if you see on your left, you two dots on the wall. This is where my door is always coming through. So it is a very small space you can decorate. So I'm really happy with this two sets of boxes, and I did them on my wall, and now you can decorate already as many as you like. I always have my fern from IKEA inside of here. He is in some metal milk container, and I paint him in the dark gray color with some garland on the side. I did some globe inside of the smaller one, some black ball on the side. In this box I did a wooden crate. I turned them sideways and I just placed them inside with some old books, my drifted clock and my of course the wooden stand again. Like I said, he looks like an egg, but he also looks like an acorn if I am correct. So, and some pumpkins, some greenery in between both of the boxes. Now we go to the under box and he is also with some old books, some ball, some a little sign and some pumpkins. And again, the metal container again with the fern and the globe. So you see already, I love symmetry. So a lot of things are coming back together, and most of the time I have always pairs of two. So maybe it's just a tick for me. So don't mind that. That is probably just me. Now we are going to do the last space, and that will be my hallway. You see here we have a very small hallway. I show it to you a little bit closer in a moment, but you see I only have one corner to decorate. This is my little corner in my hallway. I always decorate for every season. You see here I have a small dresser with some drawers inside of here. You see already, I think there are 5. And you see I have a tray on top of it, some lamps and of course some books. And on the books I also have my metal truck, and in the truck I did some pumpkins and some greenery, also a couple of stands and my metal milk container. And again, my cute little fall pumpkin I already bought a couple of weeks ago. So I am really happy how my tray turned out. And of course beside it I have my um, ladder, and on the black ladder I have my just made clock. It was an old clock for my son and I just totally redid it, so I am really happy with the end result. So he is beside my dresser. So I am really happy how this little corner turned out. This was it already for today's fall home tour for 2022. I just hope you had fun watching. If you like this content, I hope you will give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Dyanne channel. I also have my all year round Christmas channel, and all the links you will find in our description box. Enough talking. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye.